been an interesting year here for Said Too Much Productions, and I thought bringing it to a close this month there were a few things that warranted a look back. I've usually reserved segments like these for videos a couple years old for nostalgia, but in the past few months alone there are a few small things I thought I could add up into one video for a year in review appropriately enough. These are things that popped up almost as soon as I uploaded the original videos even, and maybe weren't quite involved enough to make a whole nother video by themselves. I also want to encourage everyone already sharing their ideas and comments from all these projects, no matter how big or small they may seem. It seriously might end up in another potpourri style video like this one soon enough. Seriously, there's already a list for future installments if you want to look back even further and help contribute, for some credit too. But for 2021, I've got an even 6 to try. This is Kevin from Said Too Much. The unison strings gave a cool manual chorus effect, with each string playing the same note, but maybe struck and off-tuned a little differently. So of course, why didn't I think to stack actual chorus pedals on top of that? I mentioned wanting to try this idea in the original even, so why not throw your thoughts about pitch shifting into question once again on a look back at a look back. We had an acoustic sim versus an acoustic guitar, so it's only obvious to hear them join forces as well, on yet another look back at a look back. I thought the sitar strings were a ridiculous double the scale length of the guitar I was putting them on, so I can't believe when brainstorming alternative strings that would fit on the just as ridiculous 6-foot gen stick, I didn't think of the 008-inch spare sympathetic strings I still had. If I pinch one end like a locking tuner at the saddle, it can barely stretch past the nut, just relying on my bare hands to pull it to any tension and attaching a baseball end to hold. Even with a bow and tuned half a step lower than what I picked the gauge for, I should have known you all would have asked. You thought a bass tuning at a 75% scale was difficult to control. How about lowering that to 61% for our very own uke bass? Well, we know how to fit these strings thicker than your standard guitar hardware was designed for. So what do y'all think now? Did this add some insight into videos throughout the year? Or are there still some nagging curiosities I still haven't covered? If you hadn't caught the original videos, they're worth checking out for better context and additional explanation if things went too fast for you that I'll link down below. And of course it wouldn't hurt to get caught up on all the videos of this channel, to add to that revisit list I mentioned earlier. Some of those ideas were more involved than others, just to give you an example of anything really goes here. Now there's not much more to wrap up, but I do want to take the time to thank all of you who have stuck around for the long haul, participating in and supporting the channel since its earliest videos. Maybe there's a few of those you want me to dig around in for behind-the-scenes commentary, comment shoutouts, and these revisiting kind of things. For now though, enough said. For early video access, raw instrument tracks, and more exclusives, find our community on Patreon and consider adding your support.
Said too much.